time it is? Do you know what time it is? Hello, everyone. This is Ramses Aviles with the Mind of the Greatest today, my podcast. Thank you very much. We are here today in San Leandro doing a great show, the Zeus Classic. And look, we have today here in my channel. It's an honor, really, and it's a privilege to have to the one and only Eric Lipton, my brother, my friend, contender. How do you feel today?
I feel great, and it's such an honor to be on stage with you. I've had a wonderful time with that over the years, and you've made just so many unbelievable things for natural bodybuilding, for INBA, and for helping people in general, for health and wellness. So huge contributions across the board. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
And you're a great bodybuilder, by the way.
Thank
you beat me plenty of times over the years.
Thank you for the great compliments. My question today is, you see a season really very well season for you. I want to long time interview because your fifth place coming at the Olympia last year is not easy. In our class, around 25 to 30 competitors, you really rock. Let it know my channel because it's called The Man of the Greatest. What did you use last year? How did you challenge a great season? We have the same coach, and I know your performance was great, fantastic. What did you really did different to years previous to help your body to come up on the level?
I think, working with our coach, one thing is like my diet's been better the last few years, and it just took a little time for it to really take a hold, to make a difference. But it's really tracking. I don't think I really tracked my diet that well until we had Christian telling us to really do that, and I, keep tight tabs on it. And I didn't do that over the years. I eyeballed it. And I did really steady cardio for a long time because it's beyond the stage. It's just for health. I have a sedentary job, and it's important then to do a lot of cardio just for health. So I've kept that consistent, but then I think it's Christian helping our diets. For me, that made an enormous difference. And it made me do less in the gym. I would overtrain. I would do too much. And there's a diminishing returns when you do too much and you almost break down. So I think him getting to do a little bit more reasonable workout, especially now I'm 60, I'm not 20, and you're not going to recover as well. So I think that's made a difference. Doing a reasonable amount in the gym, keeping the cardio up, and then really tracking my diet. So that's been the difference.
I think having a calorie account is important, but on top of that, also I almost forget, you were named as the second icon, after Sammy Six, who is a legend, second icon in the INBA. Is a really privilege to have the really award. How do you, I would say, recognize the award after so many years competing for the federation? Are you in another level in the mindset different?
Pardon me, tuna rice cakes. So, no. First of all, everyone's equal with me in the sport, and you've done enormous things yourself.
Thank you.
But it was nice, very amazing that they recognized that. For me, I'm really I don't want it to be about me. I want to, as much as I can, lift everybody up. I don't feel competitive with anybody when I'm on stage. They beat me, no problem. I just want to try and be my best. I know some people really want to make it about how they win or whatever. It's not like that for me. But the sport creates so much health and drive and discipline that you can apply to all of life. I want to really promote that. And so I think that's been my focus, is to do that and then to really connect with others from around the world. And I mean, in the meantime, I keep getting better, and sometimes I've been winning, but it's not about that. For me, the thing, how do I judge how a show went? Did I contribute? Did I have a good time? It's not did I win. And then I've met the greatest people from around the world. And so it's been the greatest thing. And meeting people like you. You help the community like crazy. It makes a huge difference in people's health and lives. That's really important, more than someone wins or anything like that. So
we have 225 Olympia was only 6 weeks ahead, or maybe 8, something like that. So tell me, how do you visualize Eric Lipton for this year? I know trying to come better, looking always to improve, but I can tell already you start in a perfect shape. You know, I saw you in the World Pack fighting it. Was a really hard class. And I know, you know, being against Peter, being against now maybe Tamer, who's coming back, I don't know, Philip Ricardo, who's in another category. But still, how do you visualize for this 225 Olympia? It's an icon of the year, and, you know, also fifth place last year. That you visualize, how do you see yourself coming this year?
I definitely want to hit my best shape. What I'm going to do is evaluate how I looked here and then Team USA and figure out kind of what to do. I think Christian has really told me don't, because I know I can get very conditioned. I mean, I know that, but at the cost of size. And the question is, what's the best way to come in to showcase everything the best I can? So I'm trying to find a nice balance of size and definition. So that's what I'm going to try and figure out. Like, was I lean enough for this one? Or can I take it even a little further with size? Those kind of things. So just trying to be the best I can be as I get older is the main focus. Really, how I do is going to probably depend more on who shows up more than anything. But no matter what, and I think this applies for both, I think we're going to contribute hugely at that event, and that's the most important thing. But as far as physique-wise, I think it's trying to balance the size, definition, and shape, to trying to get all three and not just worry about definition, which I can get carried away trying to be the most shredded. Well, that's not gonna give you the best results or make you look your best overall. So I'm trying to find that balance. So that's what I'm trying to do, is find the balance and everything. So.
And there is anything, let me ask you, you want to send a message to my channel as the mind of the greatest. You can tell to your age, you are well almost 60.
I'm 60,
60 right now. And at the same time, you know, competing. So many people think 40, 30, 38, 40, life is over because there is no other door open. What can you send the type of message to the people who don't believe in themselves anymore after see this interview for a champion in a fifth place Olympia icon of the year? What do you think is the best message to send to a community over there?
Phenomenal question, by the way. And I think it's to, even if you just take one step at a time, just take it day by day and slow improvements, but having something that you're passionate about, that you have a goal, and it doesn't have to be bodybuilding, but for us it is, but it could, having totally changes how you age. I work in healthcare, and so many people, they lose their passion, they lose their energy. There's nothing, you don't see anything for them to look forward to. I see that sometimes, you know, with my friends that I grew up with, a lot of them lost sort of the passion for life. And I feel energized as can be. And it's just as passionate about life as always at 60. And I have the same energy. And my friends really do too. It's not just me, the ones that are still competing and everything. So you don't necessarily have to get involved in this, but if you're involved in something, whatever it may be, it could be hula, could be anything that you love. I mean, I've seen people do it with sewing groups. It doesn't matter. That's one thing, that having a community totally changes everything. This lifestyle, on top of the community, you've also got a fitness element, which is so important. You don't have to get ripped or anything like that, but just going from sedentary to moderate, remarkable health changes. That's what the studies show, is when you go from sedentary to moderate exercise, the longevity, everything is so much better. In fact, the more elite you get, it's a little difficult, more arthritis, more certain conditions are not better when you go elite, but just getting moving will change your life. And then being a part of something in life. It doesn't have to be bodybuilding, but being a part of something, some community will completely change your life. And having friends. And for us, we get to have international friends. It's just remarkable. I feel like the luckiest person in the world doing this stuff, you know?
I agree with you completely. Well, Eric, thank you. Thank you for this little precious time backstage here on Bancroft in San Leandro, you know, for this wonderful show. The one is really well known as Siege for Glory, you know. I want to wish you the best for the Olympia. As your fellow competitor and friend, you know, I know you are rocking the stage every year. And I'm so happy to continue in the great.
I appreciate it so much. And it's such a pleasure just knowing you. And I love being on stage with you. You always bring energy. And it never bothers me at all when you beat me, and you have beat me plenty. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know, I love this guy. It makes no difference. And thank you for your huge contributions. Awesome guy. Reason you're a Hall of Famer.
We will continue fighting. You know, for the mind of the greatest, thank you very much for watching us. Ramsey Saviles, one more time, and see you in the next video. Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, thanks. That was awesome. You're a great interviewer. Oh my God, you're great. I do it myself.